Hey everyone, this is Chris Crazy House here, and I want to talk a little bit about this Sonic the Hedgehog trailer that I saw. And first of all, just let me say that uh, I'm familiar with, I grew up with Sonic, and I'm probably one of the few people who didn't just play the games, but I also enjoy the overall Sonic universe because I remember the cartoons, both cartoons that came out during the 90s. And I remember a lot of the Sonic comic books and stuff. I still buy a few here and there, not as often as I used to, but I like to get them for my daughter. She likes them a lot. So I'm familiar with Sonic the Hedgehog, and so I just wanted to say that to establish myself as an actual fan of the concept. And I just wanted to say that when they came out with that first trailer, to me, I was more amused than upset. I know there were a lot of fans out there who were upset by it. I laughed at it because to me it was that terrible design for Sonic was just something that's expected from Hollywood because Hollywood has never really gotten video game movies right. For some reason, with video game, when they want to make a movie about a video game, they just do the worst things they can possibly think of when they make these films. And that design for Sonic, I don't know who approved that and thought that was okay. Why they didn't do like a test market before they released the first trailer. They should have done a test first in front of some actual fans to see what they had to say before they put that out there. But they went back to the drawing board and decided to redesign Sonic. So they made his design more closer to what we all know and love as Sonic. And I guess I can say I appreciate that. I feel terrible. I feel horrible for the animators who had to do that. Whether it was whether they used the same animation team to that did the original one to fix it and do the new version of Sonic, or if they called someone in at the last minute to fix what some other team had done. I feel for whoever those animators were. I feel for you guys. I really do. Okay, because as someone who works in animation and who's been in both positions before, where I've been in a position where I've had to work with people doing terrible, who have terrible ideas or have a terrible design idea and just put it out there, and then they act surprised when the fan base or whoever doesn't respond the way they want to be responded to, or excuse me, I had to take a drink there. I have a semi sore throat still. But I understand it from also the other perspective of an animator who is called in to fix some other things that other people have done and done the wrong way. Because that's how I got. If you look at those two games that I worked on here on this channel, the the pirate game Dead Man's Quest and also Canary Kaboom, those were two different games that I redesigned completely. Even gave them names because they didn't have a name before. Because those were games that were done and not done in a good way. If I showed you some of the comparisons of the old sprites and some of the new stuff, you'd be looking at it like it doesn't even look like the same game anymore, and the concept looks fresh and new because I got a hold of it. So I've been in that position where I've had to be like a troubleshooter and come and fix things that others have maybe not even done wrong, but just they didn't do what the company was looking for. So I've been a fix-it man as well. So, but whoever the animator was, because usually when you're in that position, you don't have a lot of time to do it. You gotta get in there and do it fast. Like I did both those games in like 2 or 3 months. Okay, and I don't know how long their production was before then, but it was. I know they had a lot longer than I did, and I know that's just how whoever those animators were who had to fix that Sonic the Hedgehog. I feel for you. Okay, so in saying that, I have decided to just come out and say it, and this is not to be mean to people who have worked on this film or whoever, but I'm still not going to go see this Sonic movie, and I'll tell you why. I know a lot of people in the fanboy community and the nerd communities have said they make it sound like this is like a triumph for nerds, especially for the online nerds who complain and make blog posts and videos about stuff like this, and the fact that the studio actually listened and decided to change it based on what they said. Uh, to me, this movie still looks like trash. And what I mean by that is like the plot and the story and all that. I'm tired of movies like this. I'm tired of these movies they make where the fantasy character has to come to Earth in order for it to be palatable for a movie going audience. I'm tired of that. I get tired of seeing things like that. And I guess because they feel that they want the children's audience, and they also want the adult audience, like people my age who grew up with Sonic, to come see the movie. But for me, I wouldn't mind seeing an actual Sonic the Hedgehog movie that takes place in that Sonic universe, where you actually have, and they show part of that in the trailer. Like, it looks like he started out there, but then came to Earth. I'd rather just stay on the Sonic version of Earth, or whatever planet he's supposed to be from. I'd rather see that, like, and then have the other cast of characters too. I want to see the other guy. I want to see Knuckles. Knuckles was always one of my favorite characters. I want to see Tails. Put all there's so many great Sonic characters now. You can put them all on there if they're done right in the right way. You could have a fully fledged, great, and original fantasy type movie set in this real Sonic universe. And there's so many different stories along with the games, like the Sonic Boom and everything else. You can make a full-fledged Sonic movie. He doesn't need to come to Earth, because when he comes to Earth, it's pretty much just a cookie cutter of every other movie that's just like this. It's going to be a cookie cutter version of what just happened with the Pikachu movie, the Detective Pikachu, which I thought was another movie that was a waste of potential. If you're going to do a movie like that where you're going to put money into making a CG character, why not just go ahead and do a full-fledged Pokemon movie? Because I knew this was going to be silly just when they took Pikachu out and said we're going to just have Pikachu and he's going to talk. He's not going to sound like he does in the actual Pokemon series and games. We're going to have him actually talk, and that's going to be it. And he's going to be, of course, he's going to be ironic and sarcastic and all this other stuff. And the same thing with Sonic. He's going to be ironic and sarcastic and making semi-adult jokes for the adults to laugh at and for the kids to enjoy looking at and whatever. I'm just tired of that. And they got Jim Carrey playing Dr. Robotnik. It looks like he's kind of phoning in a performance so he can get a good paycheck from this, and he can go back to doing whatever serious projects that he really wants to do. But this is a good paycheck for him. But I just, like I said, to me, the movie itself doesn't look interesting. Like, I've seen a lot of people making blogs saying, or posts saying, that I'm going to go see it now because they redesigned Sonic. But to me, it just still looks like trash to me. The concept is just corny. I'm tired of that. I was tired of that in the 80s when they made that Masters of the Universe movie where He-Man, Teela, and Man-at-Arms had to come to Earth. I don't like that. I didn't like that concept back then. I don't like that concept now. Keep the characters on the planet and make an interesting movie. You don't have to keep on bringing one character to Earth and have him live and interact with normal people as if that's a great storytelling. Like, just because you're uncreative enough that you can't figure out a way to have an interesting fantasy story, don't bring the character to Earth and bring him and make him boring and make it so you can understand it. If you're not a fan, don't do it. Or Hollywood needs to hire some more creative people. Maybe actually seek out some of the people who are involved with the games or the comic books that are still coming out through Archie Comics, and have them help you write a concept. I mean, what are they going to do next? They're going to have Mario come to Earth? Are they going to have Mega Man come to Earth too? And hang out and just be a robot, make little ironic jokes or whatever? That's corny. Like I said, I just get tired of it. So you folks let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. But to me, I'm still not interested in the Sonic movie based on the story alone. It had nothing. I mean, the design was terrible. The original design was terrible. But now, even though they fixed it, that still does not make me want to go see this film. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Chris Miller, Chris Crazy House, signing out. Peace.